this might just be the most beautiful coupe on the road today. It's the Jaguar XKR, and it's neither cheap nor particularly sensible for most, but as a high-class, high-tech, and very high-performance showcase of British firepower, it's an absolutely astonishing machine. Every line on this thing looks fantastic, and it's all delivered within that classic GT coupe proportion. Fitted with Jaguar's optional black pack, the tester also got a set of gloss black wheels with red brake calipers parked behind a rear spoiler and a subtle front and rear lip on the lower parts of the bumpers. The front is capped off with these adaptive xenon projector lights that steer into corners at night, and the rear is set apart with a super wide stance and quad pipe exhaust. Gearheads, grab your bibs. That exhaust is attached to a new 5-liter direct injected and supercharged V8 that develops a staggering 510 horsepower. The XKR comes to life with a touch of a button, at which point the shift dial rises from the console. It's attached to a 6-speed automatic with paddle shift control. Feeling frisky? There's even a super sporty dynamic driving mode that can be called up for a more aggressive rear differential setting, more aggressive transmission programming, reduced intervention from the stability control system, and additional throttle response. Hit this button and it's like giving the XKR a handful of catnip. Dialed in as such, the performance is magnificent. The exhaust sounds like gunfire, and there's enough forward thrust to make your grandmother curse. The XKR will blow past an 18-wheeler almost as quickly as drivers can drop their right foot, and any touch of the throttle makes this angry cat squat down and leap forward with almost frightening speed. Want to see? Handling and brakes back up the acceleration. The XKR boasts great brake feel and plenty of stopping power at any touch of the pedal, while the long wheelbase and extremely wide tires work towards a feeling of high-speed stability in corners. What's more, the chassis feels as solid, eager, and composed on a leisurely drive as it does being tossed around the driver's favorite winding road. Talk about a multi-talented car. So the XKR fulfills the Jaguar side of the equation very well, the luxury, the refinement, the quality, but since it's an XKR, that means it's got a whole lot of performance to go along with it. The cabin is assembled gorgeously and packed with more leather and chrome than the front row of a heavy metal concert. There's a potent Bauer and Wilkins stereo system, not to mention navigation, Bluetooth phone system, power everything, and even a full computer console for adjusting each front seat. At-hand storage space is adequate for 2 passengers, and the ride in the XKR's more comfortable setting is remarkably smooth and quiet too. In all, driving the XKR, it's often easy to forget that you aren't actually in a luxury sedan. End of the day, this machine wraps up a great split personality in one of the market's most beautiful bodies. And compared to a 500-plus horsepower Aston Martin, Porsche, or Maserati, the XKR's $115,000 as tested price is actually a pretty good deal. Just make sure you say yes to Encore. Thanks for watching.